In this video, I'll be reviewing some tips to use with the Chrome Toolbar and some preferences that you set in Chrome to make it your own. So regarding the Chrome Toolbar, one thing that I wanted to point out that you can do is if you've been to several websites on the same tab, then you can hold down the back button to see and revisit the last pages you've been to. In this case, there's no back button because I haven't been to multiple pages. But if I go to this haiku one, for example, instead of clicking the back button, if I hold it down, I can see all the different pages I've been to. In this case, I've been working on this online module, so I can go to part 5, part 2, part 4. These are different pages that I've been to. And you can navigate to any of those if you'd like to. So that is an easy way to get to the pages you visited recently just by holding the back bar. For example, if you've accidentally X'd out of your window and you want to pick up where you left off, you can click on the hamburger menu, highlight your history, and look for a group of tabs under recently closed. So let me model this for you. So say I accidentally close Chrome, and then I say, I want to open it again on accident. I didn't mean to close it, so let's open up what I had. So you open Chrome back up, and then if you go to history, recently closed, you can restore all of the tabs that you recently closed. In this case, it's going to show me the 6 that I have opened. So if you closed it, it talked about you could go to your hamburger menu, which is these 3 dots over here, but I like to go to history, recently closed, and then you can go to restoring all your tabs. And you'll see all the ones that I had open will open back up. So again, if you accidentally close out of your tabs, you can just open Chrome back up, and then you can find Restore All Tabs in the History tab, and then Restore. Let me pick up where I left off, and then this is where I was. Okay, so moving along to some preferences that you can set in Chrome. The first one I want to talk about is launch pages. Maybe every time you open the Chrome browser, there's specific pages that you always open. So if you want it to automatically launch pages, you can go into your settings, click Set Pages, and then enter them in. So let me show you. For example, I'm going to open a new tab and go into Chrome and then Preferences. And then over here, you'll see it says when you scroll down, open a specific page or set of pages on startup. So if there are specific pages that you want to open upon setup, you can click Set Pages, and then you would paste in the URL, or you could say use current pages or things like that. So maybe every time I opened up my Chrome browser, I wanted it to open up my Zimber email. I wanted it to open up PowerSchool or something like that. You can set your startup pages here. So that is Chrome Preferences Launch Pages. Another preference I'll talk about is the benefit of signing into your account. You'll notice in my top right corner it says my name up here, and I'm signed in. I happen to be signed in with my personal Gmail account because that's the one that I have all my bookmarks tied to. Speaking of that, if you do sign into Chrome, which you can do by clicking on Chrome, and then you can see I'm signed in here, or you could click signed in, then you're able to keep all your bookmarks, set your browsing settings, have your extensions, like I have these extensions over here, no matter what computer I'm on. As long as I'm in Chrome and I'm signed in, I'll access all of those. This also comes in handy when you're backing up your computer, maybe to get it re-imaged. You don't have to lose all your bookmarks. Not only can you export them, but in this case, if you're signed into Chrome when you make the bookmarks, as soon as you sign in on any other computer, you'll have those same ones. You can also, if you are feeling a little more tech savvy and you want to use the advanced sync settings, you can also choose what you want to sync between computers. And you can find the advanced settings when you're in the Chrome and then Preferences. You can go down here to show advanced settings, and you'll see more things here about privacy and syncing, downloads, accessibility, things like that. So that's in the Preferences. And you can see here, like I'm signed in, and you can also add more people if you want to. You can let anyone add a person to Chrome. You can enable guest browsing so that you can have someone use your computer without having access to all your bookmarks. So that is in your settings there under People. All right, moving along. You can, this is one that I learned as I was preparing for this module, you can actually navigate up and down on a web page using the space bar. So let me show you what that looks like. So say I'm on a website that has a lot of text that I might scroll. So I'm going to go to the news. And if I'm on this page, instead of using my mouse to scroll or navigating over to a scroll bar on the side, you can just press the space bar. And every time you press the space bar, it's going to navigate down the page for you. If you want to go back up, you hold the shift key and then do the same thing about pressing the space bar. So to go up, you hold down the shift key and press the space bar. I think this is nice as you're reading. You don't have to move or scroll or anything. Just press the space bar and it does it for you. And again, to go up, you hold down the shift key while you press the space bar. Pretty cool. Wanted to share that with you. One that I use all the time allows you to zoom in and out. And this is going to be using the Command key, which is by your space bar on your Mac. So if you want to zoom in, you hold down the Command key and press the plus sign up by the Delete key. And let me show you an example of that. So if I'm on a web page, if I want to zoom in, I hold the Command, and then up by the Delete key, I press the plus sign, and you'll see it zooming in. Okay. If you want to zoom out while holding the Command key, you press the minus key, which is right next to the plus sign and the 0. You press minus. Now sometimes you might get so disoriented you don't remember how it's supposed to look. So next to the plus and the minus is the 0 key. If you hold down the Command and the 0, it's going to put it back to the default size. So Command plus to zoom, Command minus to zoom out, and Command 0 to get it back to default. That's a handy one to use and one of my favorites. Another thing you can do in your Chrome preferences is you can actually drag a URL directly to your desktop if you want to access it later. So maybe I wanted a shortcut to this presentation and I could drag it directly to my desktop. Let me give you an example. So let me close this out here. And I'm going to just make some room on my desktop so you can kind of see what's going on. So let me do that. I'm going to close Word. All right, and so I have some space over here. If I want to save this hyperlink, I can actually highlight it all, and then, come on you, highlight it all, and then drag it. This one isn't behaving. Let me try the news one. And then drag it to my desktop. It's funny, I can't get it to work right now. Okay, there we go. I had to grab the eye. Sorry about that. So highlighting and dragging does not work, but if you grab the icon next to it, you can see here it says WRIL was added to my desktop. And then I can see the shortcut to it on my desktop. Here it is. Let me scroll over to the side, and you'll see right here is the icon. It says Weblog, and you can open that up, and it's going to bring you the shortcut. So live and learn. You don't grab the actual website itself, you're going to grab the icon next to it. So I'm going to try that with Google. It has this little lock icon. I can drag that over to my desktop, and here it is, Chrome Toolbar and Preferences, which I don't need those, but easy to do, and that's a nice quick way to maybe bookmark a shortcut to PowerSchool or your school webpage or something like that if you want to access it right from your desktop. And the last thing I want to show you today is how to customize your theme in the Chrome Web Store. So you can kind of see I have this blue theme. It's not just the default Chrome. And there are easy ways to customize it and do what you want to make it your own. So I'm just going to type in Chrome themes, and you will notice when I type in Chrome themes in the Omnibox, it's going to do a Google search for Chrome themes, and the top hit is the Chrome Web Store. You can also just look for Chrome Web Store if you'd like, but it's going to take you directly to themes. And these are all themes that you can add to your background. So for example, if I wanted to add the beach or Virginia Beach, here's some up here for summer holidays. You can choose how they're sorted if you want. You can look for specific things, like maybe you love dogs. You can type in dogs and search for themes, and it will find you themes that relate to dogs. But these then allow you, when you open up new tabs, like it will give you a colorful background or things like that. It will change the way that the buttons look. So play in your themes and see if you can find one that you like. But we got to this in the Chrome Web Store, and you can just search all their themes if you'd like, or you can search for specific ones. But these are something that even the students love doing too. And it just makes it easy to personalize it and make the Chrome your own. So in this screencast, I hope you learned some neat things about some Chrome preferences that you can set and how you can use the Chrome toolbar to your advantage. Thank you.